Robot mowers are a great way of getting a really time-consuming task out of the way, which is fantastic if you've got kids, because kids get in the way of everything. Kids get in the way of everything.
Wow.
So the big question on everybody's lips is, will this mower eat this baby? We'll find out today. Thanks to Mammotion for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their Luba Mini and their Yuka Mini Robo Mowers. You might be saying to yourself, Paul, I've seen these before, I can't afford them. I told you I can't afford them, vehemently, in your comments section, very angrily and bitterly. And the answer to that is, these are half the price, I think, maybe even more than that, of their bigger brothers, and actually, don't tell Mammotion this, but they do exactly the same job on my lawn.
Sponsorship cancelled. Sponsorship cancelled.
There are some obvious differences, but they'll only really affect you if you're planning to mow like acres. If you're mowing fields, which their bigger brothers are actually capable of, then you're gonna want their bigger brothers. If you're mowing a normal-sized lawn, this thing might do it in a couple of goes after recharging its battery, but it actually gets the job done unbelievably beautifully well, and for a price you can hopefully afford. Mammotion's mowers don't require a perimeter wire because they use satellite navigation to pinpoint exactly where they are on a map, and they all work with both Amazon Alexa and Google Home. Mow the lawn.
Okay, mowing the lawn, you lazy bastard.
But get this, they also work with Home Assistant. Feature you can imagine.
Home Assistant! Home Assistant! Home!
Angry Home Assistant Virgin, now with real thrusting action, only from Mattel.
Always raging and he never smiles. Bespoke configuration.yaml files.
Today's forecast, a hot glowing orange ball in the sky. Current government advice is to throw rocks at it until it goes away. I hate my job. Obviously, it's a terrible job to have to do, but I get to unbox these things today, which are cute little baby versions of robo mowers that I've reviewed before, and I get to do it underneath whatever that hot glowing object is. I feel like I'm on holiday. I won't be needing that, will we? That's not for me. It's... got a sticker on here, right? Oh, so bloody sexy. This is exciting, isn't it? This is prime for a piece of AI music.
Unboxing the boring things, getting burnt by the orange thing. Power supplies unboxed, pelt in the sun with rocks.
I mean, I was gonna say it doesn't look like it's got any less complicated, but it was never really very complicated anyway. One of the really nice things about the Mammotion stuff is it really is quite straightforward. You kind of spike a thing in the ground. Everything else kind of fits together like Lego. I think that's never gonna fit in my bin. Oh God, what was that? Oh. Look at that thing. Ah! Static shock. F you. Yeah. There's its base station. That, my friends, is an empty box. Let's plug it in. So there are a couple of ways of erecting these things.
That's what she said.
Stop it. So you can actually attach this thing to the house, so it's got a real good clear view of the sky, but otherwise you need to get it stabbed into the ground somewhere where it's got, again, a clear view of the sky. Without a clear view of the sky, it doesn't work very well at all. So I'm just gonna screw this.
That's what she said.
Spiking a thing in the ground, powering up safe and sound, putting on a shiny thing, plugging the satellite in. I expected a voice like a lady that's fine. Instead we got Ed 209.
Please put down your weapon.
Now it's time to start mapping the lawn, which you can do by yourself.
All done. So. Alright.
You have 20 seconds to comply.
You can tell it to do it instead, but it might not be good for your health.
Auto mapping? I mean, you can try it. That's duck grass, dude. Oh no. Okay. So I don't think auto is going to work for me somehow. Okay, let's start again.
Now I'm teaching the bot how to follow the margin, so it knows where to go when it's time to start charging.
Very neat. Very neat. The previous one had a bit of a habit of really pushing against the dock. That really did stop perfectly. So this is this little optional garage as well, which is very cool. I did see some comments from people saying, rain goes in sideways. Yeah, the robot's waterproof. The stand is there to protect it from the sun and the heat and stuff. It's not meant to stop it getting wet. The robot's going to get wet if it's outside. But yeah, that's a little optional extra I thought I'd show you. Very cool. That's my map, dude. How cool is that? That's as loud as it gets. This is one of the really impressive things with these little robots, is they're dead quiet. You could run it at night and it would not bother your neighbours. You'll notice it's spitting the clippings all over the lawn. This is on purpose. This is a good thing. Yeah, spitting the clippings on the lawn actually helps to keep the lawn healthy, because lawns are cannibals. They eat themselves. So real talk here. That's what the kids say, isn't it? Real talk.
How do you do, fellow kids? What?
It's doing a better job than its bigger brother currently, and I don't know if that's because I need to replace the blades on its bigger brother, or if the ride height on this is automatically set lower by default. But it is doing a phenomenal job. I love it. I love these robots. These are the best things on my channel. Running up the hill, like a deal with God. Whatever it is that the song is about. Definitely about lawnmowers. Let's return to its base station of its own accord, because the battery is down at 14%. So I think we started out with something like 72%, and it's done about an hour and managed 95 square meters. So do the math. Do whatever that means from a math point of view. Right, Paul from the future here. So my lawn is 300 meters squared, and what I've established is that it can do the checkered pattern, so essentially mowing the lawn twice, and do the perimeter twice with just one extra charge. So if it goes out 100%, it will stop about halfway, charge itself back up again, and finish the job. That's a 300 meter square lawn. And this does raise an interesting point. If you can just have it go back and do its charging, why bother buying the bigger model? And as I said at the beginning, I suppose if you're mowing acres of field, it probably matters. But if you just want a lawnmower for a normal-sized garden, this is going to be perfect. You could just run it overnight because it is so unbelievably quiet. And you don't have to worry about hedgehogs and stuff because it's really actually very hard to get to the blades. You'd have to try to hurt yourself. And if it does actually go over something, it stops the blades anyway the second its front end comes up. So, yeah. I mean, that's for both mowers too, even the very, very cheapest model. Cool, I'll let him carry on. Do the obstacle avoidance test. I'm not really gonna do that. This shit would kill me. Awesome. So even the cheaper of the two robots seems to have pretty good AI for avoiding people, which is exactly what you want. Surprise! Nope. The obstacle avoidance works really well. This is the finished result. An insanely manicured lawn. Just I couldn't be more impressed with that. That's the cheapest mower they do. A little mini jobby. And it took a couple of battery recharges to get it done, but wow. That's incredible. You're probably worried about this thing getting nicked from your garden. Well, they're actually entirely useless without your account anyway, because they're tied to your account specifically, but more importantly, they're actually trackable. You'd be able to follow the burglar home and kick their head in. Alright mate, run out of time during editing. There's no cutaway gag, I'm afraid. Sorry about that, no time to make a cutaway gag. Imagine me kicking a burglar's head in. Just as satisfying, isn't it? They have cameras built in that you can watch on the move, which is crazy. You could actually do a patrol of your garden. But more importantly, it has endless features. You can do things like alter the cutting height manually on the Yuka and actually digitally on the Luba. You can set it to do patterns, from striping to checkered, and decide how many times it's going to mow the perimeter. This thing is unbelievably cool, and it's even more cool in Home Assistant if you're a total nerd.
Bespoke configuration.yaml files.
So it's time to talk about the elephant in the elephant in the room. You're not required, go away. So, there is nothing wrong with these mowers. I can't believe the price point on these things for just how good of a job they do. So I ran the Luba first, which is the more expensive model, and I actually had the ride height set a little bit higher than I did on the Yuka. And the Yuka, therefore, did a perfect job of this lawn. And it left me thinking, what do I need the Luba for if the Yuka does this good of a job? And the answer is, you don't necessarily. That's why they make both models. If you don't have, like, mega slopes on your lawn, you'll get away with the Yuka. If you're looking for what is wrong with it and you want to be hypercritical, the Yuka does, of course, struggle a little bit on the slopes. This is because the Luba is all-wheel drive, and that's exactly who it is for. It's for anybody who has more than a few minor slopes. I have a reasonable incline on my lawn and it still tackled it sideways on. It did struggle a little bit, but it got the job done. I've been using the full-sized Mammotion Luba 2 now for over a year, and it has been an absolute godsend because I don't get any time to myself. My child is a nightmare. Wow. And my lawn looks immaculate all year round. If you're interested in getting a mower that will do the job for you so you can sit in the sun and have a beer, I can't recommend these enough. They're absolutely, utterly, unbelievably brilliant, and the price tag now is actually within a lot of people's grasp. If you're interested in picking one up, as usual, the links are in the description. In the meantime, I have to thank these incredible people for making this video a possibility. They're my patrons from Patreon, and without them, I'd still be working in a call center. I say that every week. It's still true. I mean, it's always going to be true. If you want to be like those guys, or like the guy I'm thanking personally this week, Raj Kumar, my latest patron, you can do that at either PayPal or buy me a one-off beer at Patreon. It's the other way around, Paul. You can go and do it at those places. And if you want to hang out and be best friends, you can do that at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Thread. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. Hello, Daddy. Kisses for Daddy. What's wrong with me? Stop it.